Morning, everyone. I'm delighted to be here. I'll try and be smart by not getting in the way of our coffee break, so I'll try and keep this as brief as I can. My argument is twofold. One, over the last 15 years, we've rediscovered cities. So when I first started my career, then cities were a problem. People rioted in them, deprived people lived in them. Now cities are very much seen as the engines of growth and where people want to live and work, whether that's in London, whether that's in some of the mega cities in East Asia and China. I think another challenge we have is there's a danger that in all the work we're doing on e-government and e-transformation, we're creating very livable but frankly boring cities. So just to rather exaggerate to make a point, on the right-hand side there are a list of the cities that most regularly come up the top of the list of the most livable cities by the various different criteria. And then I just did something off the top of my head and talked to a few colleagues about what they thought were the most exciting cities. And as you can see, there is a bit of a difference between some of the more edgy cities where definitely people are wanting to live and work and where some of the more happening things are happening, certainly in the digital economy, and some of the other cities which are very pleasant places to live. And I'd hasten to add I'd cheerfully live in all 10 of those. So I think there's a real danger that a lot of the work we're doing, and I thought there were excellent examples from our colleague from IBM, there's a danger that we're focusing too much on the management of cities, the development of good technocratic systems for managing cities, and we're not having as much success on making cities that are sociable, exciting and fun using digital. So I think there are three things that I'd want to leave you with this morning. Firstly is we do need to make cities fun. So I'm not sure whether Sean the Sheep has reached Slovakia, but it's certainly in the UK, it's very big. And what, over the summer in London, there were 50 or 60 of these large Sean the Sheep models put around the centre of London. And you had a mobile app, and one sunny Saturday afternoon, I took my daughters on a trail around the city of London. And certainly the 9-year-old, if I'd said to her, we're going to walk 6 miles around the centre of London on a really hot summer's day, she'd have said, oh yeah, Father, you know, quite what planet are you coming from? But because she was following an app and because she was going around different sheep, then she was really happy about that. And obviously that benefited both her historical knowledge, it benefited mine too, because I don't usually go to that part of the city to wander around, I go there for meetings, and also I'd say it benefited the city economy, because inevitably you spend money when you're there. She wasn't quite as happy, that's because the elder sister had tricked her and beaten her to that last Sean. But it wasn't just for young people, so again, I'm not quite sure why one of them is kissing the ear of the sheep, but nevertheless, it benefits the nighttime economy. It makes it fun, it makes it somewhere that you want to visit. And that's using digital and the interface with creative arts to create an interesting, fun experience in a city. I think as well, we need to invest in smart citizens. As our previous speaker emphasised, it's about smart citizens as much as it is about smart places. And one of the things that I've been doing with 21C is running a series of hack days for young people in St Albans, which is the city where I live just outside London. And the purpose of this is to encourage young people to think about careers in digital and think about careers as digital entrepreneurs. And we had a particular emphasis, as these slides show, on women and girls who are underrepresented in the digital industry still. And also, this slide is of us working with the local further education college. So it was very much about dealing not just with the brightest and the best, but everyone within the community of St Albans saying, whatever career you're going into, then digital matters. You might think, well, I just want a career in retail, but actually data analysis is driving retail. Within football, one of the biggest growth industries is around data analytics, isn't it? So every sports player has a smart device in their shirt. So if you pick up on someone's enthusiasm for football by saying, you might not make it as a professional football player, but you could actually work for a football club doing data analytics, working on digital. And as part of this, we give the kids prizes, and that was sponsored by Microsoft, so that's a senior manager from Microsoft, and also ACOM, who are a big consulting company who are based in St Albans. We also need to use data to engage and inspire. So again, we have great applications about how we use data to manage cities, manage air quality, manage railways, manage this, that, and the other, but we need to use it to inspire people and actually open it up so that people can use it for their own purposes. And a couple of examples of this is a piece of work that an organisation called the Future Cities Catapult, which is funded by the UK government to promote future cities technologies, working with the Greater London Authority to develop a series of really colourful maps which explain some of the sort of social conditions within London in a way that's more engaging to probably ordinary policymakers, ordinary citizens than it has been in the past. And one step forward, an example from Manchester of there, some young people used open data provided by Manchester City to create an app, and the problem they identified was a number of their friends were rather overweight, probably drinking too much beer, so they produced an app which actually showed ways of walking around the city. So it was about using a fun way to get people thinking about using more exercise and improving their health, which is obviously both good for them, but also good for public services if you're avoiding those sorts of health problems. So in conclusion, while we are making good progress on smart city management and the provision of efficient services by using digital, I think we have neglected citizens' engagement. And I think what we need to do, as well as being really good at managing efficient and smart cities, is we need to make cities fun. We need to invest in smart citizens as much as we do in smart places. And we need to use data in ways which actually engage and inspire. Thank you very much. And that's my daughter in Berlin, also doing silly things with a large piece of ceramics. Thank you very much.